Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you my island in Animal Crossing New Horizons. We're going to start off with my house. This first is just my living room, and I have just like some wall decorations, a workbench, and I tried to like make it look like a regular living room. I also have an Animal Crossing New Horizons switch right here with a flat screen with all of my Happy Home Academy awards. Next, we have my bathroom, which I have a variety of toilets, so if you come over, then you can pick any you want. This is also just the room where I keep my fish bait because I wanted to have a purpose to go in it, other than just to, like empty out if you eat too much fruit, which I actually didn't find out until a couple of days ago, which is cool, so now I finally have a purpose for this room. Next, we have the kitchen, which I also do not have a large purpose for. I mainly just put turnips in it, but I may actually change it and put like a mini kitchen corner in my living room, and so I might just do that in future videos, so you may want to look out for that. Next, we have my closet room, and I really like this room just because it has a bunch of clothes on it. I'm also collecting all of the numbered ball tees for like pool, and then on this wall I also have all of my villagers posters in order. I'm gonna have to add some more because I now have Cube and Kiki on our island. Next, we're just gonna head upstairs into my bedroom. I just got the extension not too long ago, and now I have a huge payment for Tom Nook for the basement. I also do keep some turnips on the carpet up here, and it's also where I just throw some things. This bedroom is new, so it's not finished yet, but on the right side we have a little bit of an office area. Right over here near my bed, I just keep a little nightstand with a face mask and some slippers. We also just, of course, have my stereo to play some music, a mini DIY workbench, and this is the little office area in the corner. That is it for the house, so let's go ahead and show you my entire island now. First, we just have my little area. I have a little beach here set up. It's also just where I put beach themed things. We also have this campsite and some skipping stones there, but we'll get to that later. That's my little backyard, and we have a little bit of a garden here with a plastic pool and some more flowers. Next, we head down here to my dad's house. His is very simple. He actually hasn't logged on in a long time. Now, if we head over to the right, we reach Diva's house. She's probably sleeping because she sleeps in until like 10 a.m. Then we have this little museum entrance, which I really like. Except that there's a pear tree here. I always have to shake it as soon as it grows, and I always forget to replace it with a regular tree that doesn't have fruit. Next, we reach my sister's house. She also hasn't logged on in a while, so her house is still kind of small. She also needs to pick up her stuff in front of her house. It's bringing her rating down, saying that it's too messy. We can also go to this little airport entrance with a signpost pointing to resident services over to the right. We also have this little beachy area with a lounging chair, a volleyball, and a radio. You go over here, we just have some shrubs right below resident services, and we of course have resident services with our beautiful frog chair flag. Over here we just have some random gong next to Biff's house, And up here we are led to Nook's Cranny, and also we run into Cube, which is the new resident, because in my gameplay number 1 when I went villager hunting later that day, I actually did find Cube. We of course have our dragon, and as we walk up here we run into the Able sisters, and to the left we see the campsite, which also has skipping stones leading down to my house. Right here above the campsite, we have some resident houses, which are Zucker and Cube if you go up by one mountain, and up there we also reach Bella up by another mountain layer. Zucker is one of my favorite villagers. My top 3 are probably Zucker, Marina, and Bill. I've not found Bill yet, but I do have Zucker and Marina, which is really good, and I try to be nice to all of them just so they won't want to leave. See how nice he is? He just gave me sunglasses that match my outfit. I have to wear these for the tour. Right back here we have Eugene's grave. Rest in peace, Eugene. You weren't my favorite, but I still liked you. But Cube did replace you. Right over here we have Admiral's house, and when we head back up we reach Bella's house, and she is currently not home. But when we go to the right we have this little stereo for her because she wants to be a pop star, and I like to play KK Metal on it because that's her favorite song. Right here we just have this little stall which we can trade on. I set it up and just put some DIYs. We do have an orchard to the top right, but I will get to that later. As we head down and go over to the right, we will reach a little playground park area, which I really like. We all chipped in to make it possible. And there's just a rock climbing wall, a basketball hoop, there's a fountain going into the regular park spot, which I really like the setup of this. And yeah, right over here we reach a swinging bench and a little scope thing so you can look up at the sky and the orchard. We also just have a bunch of flowers planted, and we're working for a stone bridge over here to connect with the stone pathway. Over here we have the orchard, which just has all of the different types of trees, and on back there at that private beach is where Jolly Red will show up. Sometimes it's hard to get the fruit because the flowers will crossbreed so that you can't actually pick them up. And up to the top right is where my mom's house is. We all play this game and we all have a fun time playing it. It's just that we have to share the island, but sometimes that part has its perks. We also just have this Zen garden there. It's not a full-on one because I know they're really popular, but I didn't want to just fall into the trap, so we kind of just made it like a dividing pathway. Over here we just have this little DIY workstation in case anybody just feels like crafting. And if we go up into this mountain, we have nothing up here except for flowers and trees because that's kind of like the still deserted part of this island. Although we do like to not go crazy with terraforming, so everything still seems kind of deserted. Up here we just have this little bamboo garden which we use to farm bamboo because it's really the only bamboo that we have on our island. Down here at the dock we just have a little fishing spot with a shell speaker to play music and a workbench to make fish bait. We also just had this little shell arc as a nice grand entrance. Wow, my favorite. If we go over here, we just have a little beach ball, which we can of course bounce. And we also just have this little neighborhood. That's Bones' house. And over here we have Kiki's house. And of course up here we reach Gladys's house. If we go over to the left, we will reach Biff's house and resident services once more. And that means we have gone around my entire island. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It helps support the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Also, here's just a quick overview of my map.